tell you about the newest exciting project that we're doing through October Morning Productions, and that is my play called The Better Man. I'm directing it at the Thespis Theater Festival in July.
I've rarely worked with other actors who are giving, who are right there in the same boat, the same journey, who will travel down these heartbreaking scenarios and be right there and not apologize for it, not apologize for anything, but who bring it right back as you're bringing it. That, and I just feel so lucky to be in this situation.
I was fine when you first got here. Relieved, but I didn't feel anything.
But something happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
No.
What?
That.
Tell me!
That smile. There it is, damn you. Probably because you're usually so gloomy. Stop it.
I had no idea. You still smell good. You're still wearing...
Yep. I am in trouble.
I never should have come.
There's a lot going on in his mind, you know, in him. Inside of him, and physically, in his mind, and kind of the duality, you know, is that he's
Yeah,
feeling.
you were talking about the duality before, because that's so...
What's interesting is that it's interesting as an actor, you play it, you perform it, but this exists in the world, you know. I mean, this is people who are in a situation and you're, you know, you've got these poles one way or the other, one way in particular, and you don't. It's just complete wrestling with who you are.
Picking up some goodies.
Oh, great, leaving us with awkward moments.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Let's get you settled. So it's been 6 years since what he said.
How is the old bugger?
Fine.
And doesn't it
great.
just like him to do this?
Very well, actually. What, you mean me this way?
Yes.
I guess. I think it's sweet.
So what do you like about Julie?
Oh, what I like about Julie is that she's smarter than she might come off as. She's, I'm not going to say dichotomy because it's more complex than that. It's more of a mosaic, but she is, you can read her on the page as being kind of not thin, but on the surface, just somebody that rides along, but she's got a lot going on in here, and she's very insightful when she allows herself to be.
What do you think of Julie?
I like her.
Do you think she's good for Paul?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Me too. Don't get me wrong, I love my crazy ass Joe, but the first time I saw Paul, whoosh, thought about tossing Joe aside for that.
Joe is the worst person you've ever met. And everyone's met him. Everyone's met Joe. Everyone knows Joe.
You know, I thought about getting a stripper who would just show up at my place. That way I could tie Pee-wee down, so he'd have to give in. Be a hell of a lot cheaper too, I'll tell you that.
Why not do that then?
I don't know, the idea of watching some bitch go down on your friend is a little gay.
What's his job in this play? His job, I think, is really to make the other people look like better people. better men, if I may. He's out of all the men, he's not the better man.
So he's kind of doing what he feels society thinks he should do, what he you know, sort of thinks is comfortable, but ultimately what he knows would really be comfortable is if he just said, you know, Dell is like his conscience in a way. He tells him what you have to tell Julie.
I don't want to love you. All right? Sometimes I wish I never met you. Oh, that's not the truth, right? Listen.
You're a fucking asshole.
I don't mean that. You know I don't mean that.
How do I know that? Oh wait, now I know. When you start telling the truth.
I didn't tell you the truth!
Then tell Julie.
There's no space, room in the play at all to fake it, to fake anything. That's why you have no choice but to live moment to moment and really go through what's going on. That's what I feel so lucky to be a part of that.
I figure out what I meant to and how I could have been so goddamn wrong.
Don't start down that. Don't go there. All right, I'm fucked up. I'm the one.
No. You don't get to make this okay. You don't get to be the good guy.
Why not?
Because I hate you right now. Don't you get it? Are you really that stupid? You just fucked up my entire
Isn't
life.
the easiest play to act because it's really based on real life. I mean, it's what we all really go through. It's vulnerable. It's all of that. So I'm very lucky, and I feel very supported.
Well, that changes.
So it's more than just the relationship of a few people and a little, you know, a triangle, and one guy has to figure out where he needs to go. I mean, it's a huge scope of a lot of people, what they struggle with, you know, men and women.
Why is this play called The Better Man? It should be called The Better Person, because all of these characters go through a massive change and a realization
You know,
of
my
themselves.
body never got it. As weird as that sounds, my body kept waiting. Oh, intellectually, I knew you weren't coming back. And I learned to accept that. But my body didn't get it. My heart, well, that's another story. I can't be hurt like that again, Paul. So I put it away. And it's real hard to coax it back out again. Let me tell you, I've learned something in 6 years.
Why won't you let me try anyway?
Because it's all up here.
Not all of it.
Most of it, not all of it.
It takes a better man to be honest and to or a woman, but in this case a man who needs to come to terms with who he really is. And I take it, you know, it's more to me the feeling of the character and what I feel the play is about is more than just the scope of the show. You know, I mean, I know people in my life that have been close to me that have been very affected by it, being in a position where they felt that was the way it should be. And maybe time went on and on and on, and they never were able to admit who they really were.
Well, you haven't seen the last of me.